Happy Monday, guys. We're not looking so good right now for the stock market, but we do have a couple of stocks to break down here that are looking good. They are breaking down after we got some news that we have to break down. So make sure you guys stick on throughout this video. Of course, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. You might as well follow me on X as well at Stocks Talk Stocks. We're so close to 1,000 followers, guys. We're so close. So make sure to go follow me again at Stocks Talk Stocks. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So it's currently about 12:45 p.m. on the East Coast, and we have all the indexes in the red, and we have the VIX up almost 6% so far on the day. The VIX is at what, 14 points here, as the metals are also in the red. We have silver down 1.1%, gold's down 1%, and it looks like here we have the Russell down over 1%, the Nasdaq down 0.3, S&P down 0.5%, as the Dow's down 0.75%. So we are noticing some red to kick off this week, guys, and we are noticing a lower high being put in right here on the 5-day, 5-minute on SPY, which tracks, of course, you guys know, the S&P 500. You can see here we're putting in a lower high. Let me draw that up so you guys can see, and we're probably doing the same thing here on Triple Q, which is not the most bullish sign in the very short term. Yup, it looks like we're doing the same thing, right? Lower high, lower high, lower high. You guys are seeing that. Excuse me, right? And again, we have the VIX up over 6%, which volatility's been pretty low. But since really a couple of days ago, we've been spiking back up. Looks like the VIX last week at one point was at 1230. Now we're pushing over 14 points. So we are up on the VIX in the last couple of days around, let's see here, guys, 13 to almost 14%. So before we get too carried away here with the VIX, the indexes, the red that we're seeing right now in the stock market, guys, let's break down the green that we're noticing, at least that I'm noticing here. We'll break down what's going on, why this is happening. So AMD, guys, Advanced Micro Devices, I'm not sure if you saw, but this stock is up over 7% today, completely exploding, new 52-week high. We might be close to all-time highs, if not already there. Nope, we're not quite there yet, but we are close, about $7 away. We hit 164.50 back in November of 2021, so a little over 2 years ago, and now we're at 157, so we're pretty much right at all-time highs, guys, completely breaking out. So AMD's pumping, and of course, because of that, NVIDIA's pumping as well. Let me pull that up and show you guys. We're probably at another high here. Yup, 568. It's up 2.5%. Not nearly as much as AMD's 7%, but still 2.5% for NVIDIA. Pretty good. Completely breaking out. Fresh, high on the 4-hour chart. And it's all because of this that we're going to break down right now. Let me actually transition over here to this Market Watch article, guys. Give me a second. Make sure to hit that like button, by the way, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 50,000 subs in 2024, guys. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're at like 32,000 now, so make sure to subscribe. I appreciate you all as always. So AMD stock soars after KeyBank's optimistic outlook on AI demand, and here's why. Let's break it down here, guys, based on this article right here. So we can see demand for semiconductors critical to power artificial intelligence applications is rising, which benefits 3 companies, says KeyBank Capital Markets. On Tuesday, John Vin reaffirmed his overweight ratings for Advanced Micro Devices, of course, NVIDIA, and Micron, which I forgot to pull up. We'll pull that chart up here in a couple of minutes, guys. But he raised, or rather reaffirmed his overweight ratings. And actually, no, he did raise his price targets for the 3 companies to 195 from 170 for AMD, to 740 from 650 for NVIDIA. And you can see here to 115 from $100 per share for Micron. So a nice, a pretty big raise there for those 3 companies. projections for their stocks, and again, he reaffirmed his overweight rating. Vin recently said that his recent checks were most favorable for AMD, especially for its AI products and server processors. There was a, quote, meaningful inflection in demand for MI300X, he wrote. Feedback from the server supply chain indicates that demand is increasing for AMD Genoa, and the expectation is that Genoa will continue to gain market share versus Intel Sapphire Rapids. And the M1300, a data center graphics processing unit, is AMD's offering for AI projects and AI applications, and the analyst said there could be as much as $8 billion in demand for AMD's M1300 this year versus his prior estimate range of $3 billion to $4 billion. And that is really what's making the stock move. Again, the fact that he raised his price target, he's overweight, we talked about that a second ago, but also here that the analyst is projecting that this processing unit, this GPU, could hit double of what he previously thought in terms of revenue. That's a ton of demand, guys, or just demand in general, right? 8 billion now in current demand. Before it was 3 to 4 billion. So that's a big pop there, in terms of AMD's demand in his eyes upcoming, which now is being priced into the stock. So essentially, guys, that is what's moving AMD. And really, NVIDIA and Micron, although we forgot to cover Micron's chart, let me pull it up. That's what's moving these semiconductors right now in the midst of this AI boom. So yeah, guys, these stocks have really been moving. Again, NVIDIA is pretty much, we're at a fresh high here on the 4-hour chart. We just hit another all-time high. We have AMD breaking out almost at all-time highs, and Micron, which, like I said, we forgot to cover, is up around 2% on the day. This is not near all-time highs, I believe. We're about $15 away, so I guess we're kind of close. We're about $14, $15 away, or about, let's see, percentage-wise, roughly 16%. So we could hit that at some point. But overall, on the 4-hour chart here, guys, clearly we're holding an uptrend. Now with this news, again, we're up 2%. We're starting to break past this 50 moving average. For all we know, we could be getting ready for the next leg up, which could get Micron towards 87, 88, maybe even higher than that. So keep your eyes on these semiconductor stocks, Micron, NVIDIA, AMD. There's a lot of momentum. And if I had to pick one of these for the very short term to trade, not to invest in, but to trade, I would probably pick Micron, honestly, by the looks of it here, especially if it starts breaking 85. This could be on its way to 90 plus at that point on the breakout, whereas NVIDIA, sure, it could go higher. Same with AMD, but they're already super stretched, these stocks are, and they're pretty overbought. So I'm going to be more cautious with NVIDIA and AMD, but Micron looks pretty good here for a continuation play, as the full breakout really hasn't, well, obviously it's been breaking out in the grand scheme of things, but we're still technically not too overbought here. We're still pretty oversold, or right in the middle of the RSI, so we could get some more upside, at least in my opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, we're trying to get to 50,000 subs by the end of this year. And guys, if you haven't gotten your free stocks yet for Moomoo, open up your account using that link down below and fund it with your initial $100 deposit. Once you do that, you get 5 stocks and fund your account with at least $1,000. On top of those 5 stocks, you get some more stocks. You get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And by the way, each of those could be valued up to $2,000. So get on it, guys. Use that Moomoo link down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.